Hello, I am here today again with my friend Ashley Osheel with Forward Loans, and we're just going to chat a little bit about the current market in Arizona.
Yeah. State of the market.
What can you tell me? What are you seeing on the lender side in terms of like are you having lots of loans just like all of a sudden have a denial, or maybe the buyers decide to pull back and they're like, no, I can't do this?
So I haven't had any denials. And nor have I had any buyers like pull back. The only thing that I've seen kind of change is that they apply, we review everything, we get them pre-qualified, and they're kind of just stagnant. There isn't really a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a huge pre-qual pipeline that I'm calling
Yeah.
on and checking in on, and it's interesting that they're just not moving. And so I'm not sure if some people are still waiting for rates to come down
Just like
because
hesitant.
yes, hesitant, because it's interesting. It's a complete buyer's market.
Yes.
Where we have so many listings and I feel like we have very little demand right now.
Yeah.
But we're trying to show that to buyers, like this is your time to leverage as much as you can to get a good deal and buy a house.
Yeah, like this is what you were waiting for.
This is what everyone was waiting for. So I'm like, where are all your buyers?
I think the only missing piece, that the reason that buyers aren't like jumping off their couches to go buy, is because interest rates are still scaring them.
Yes.
Even though inventory is super high and they have like their pick to choose from.
Right.
The interest rates being higher than what they have been the past couple of years is still keeping everyone like, oh, what do I do? What do I do?
You know what I almost feel like, and tell me if you can resonate with this, but I almost feel like there's too many options that you're worried you're going to settle for something that you feel like could be better elsewhere. So perfect example is like going to Cheesecake Factory. That menu
is like
so
a novel.
Big, right? And I'm like, I want to try it all, but then I'm like, I get one thing and then I see someone else order something. I'm like, I should have got that. So I think it becomes a problem when there's too much to choose from, that it's almost harder for them to make a decision. Why some of these homes are sitting for a lot longer period of time, not just because there's so much other competition. It's because maybe they didn't replace the carpet and there might be some like cat urine smells, or the paint isn't up to date, or the yard isn't, cleaned up or something. And you have to take pride in what you own to make a good profit on it.
For sure. And now switching over to like what you're saying, this is now talking to sellers.
Yeah.
If you want to sell in this market, it is not the time to like skimp on getting your house listing ready. This is a market where your house has to almost show like a model. It's time to pay for a professional cleaning.
Yeah.
If you have carpet, get your carpets professionally cleaned. If
or
you see that they're like probably on their last leg, either replace them, even if it's like a cheap option, just so that it looks clean, fresh, and new, and a buyer can't come in and be like, ooh.
Well, and speaking of that, like, because when, let's say a buyer does put an offer in on your house and they're excited about it because it looks good, but when you peel back the onion a little bit, which is why you have an inspection, then there's going to be a ton of things that pop up. So it can look really, really, really good, but then when you actually pull those layers back, you might need a new roof, or it's like 0% life expectancy on the roof, or there's some foundational issues, or there's something. So making sure, especially if a home is built in like 2004 and it's 2025, your roof is like done. Roofs last what, like 20 years? I mean, they should.
Yeah.
Your roof's about to be done. So if you're going to sell it, whether you're an iBuyer or an iSeller, whatever, OfferPad, Open Door, those places, they swoop up a bunch of properties and then they fix them up and then they want to sell them quickly, but you can have issues and a buyer's not going to want to jump into that expense. Yeah. So being a seller in this market, it is so important to get your inspections done probably before you list, even to
be
make
proactive.
Sure.
Because whatever you find is something that the buyer's inspector
Yeah.
is definitely going
They're
to
hired
find.
to
Yes,
do that.
exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. The buyer's inspector is literally paid to find every single little detail
Yeah.
that could possibly be wrong with the house, even if it's just a squeaky little knob on your faucet.
Yep.
Like, they will point out everything. So as a seller, you want to position yourself in the best light to have as least possible claims when your buyer does their inspection and they come back with what we call a binzer, which is basically just a form saying all of the things that they want repaired in order to go forward with the home purchase.
Yeah. The binzer is a very important process, and that's where a buyer can legally back out. You know, they have 10 days within Arizona to legally back out of a contract. So as a seller, you don't want to have buyers just backing out and then your house is just still sitting. And for sellers, the most important thing is get your house prepared, make sure you're doing the right things, have it looking pristine,
show ready,
because
declutter.
Declutter too, please. Don't.
If you're already going to be moving, and this is what I tell my sellers, pack up all of the little knickknacks and little decorations and just accessories that you have all over the house. Fake plants on top of your cabinets, like, just
nobody does that anymore, by the way. Don't put fake plants on top of your. Ooh, it's a dust collector.
Yeah. So
and especially in your kitchen, no.
Yeah, just declutter as much as possible and make it look as neutral and as appealing to the most people possible.
Buyers do need to understand that they're not going to get it all.
Exactly.
They're not going to get it all. And so maybe realizing, like, everybody needs to realize buying a house is an investment, and there is a cost to it. But it's better to do that than rent. Because rent, it's going nowhere. You're literally
just paying
making
someone else's mortgage.
Yeah, and you're making them money. So in the end, it's 100% interest rate at that point. So I haven't really seen buyers, like, I don't get loan denials, which is so amazing. But I also have just seen a lot of people not move forward or get cold feet or just, again, like I was saying, I think there might be too much to choose from, that they're like overwhelmed. It's a very overwhelming experience. So the goal is to make them feel as less overwhelmed, less stressed. State of the market, we're realizing there's a lot of homes staying on the market, a lot of inventory. We're also seeing that there is still buyer activity. We need more buyer activity. So we're calling all buyers right now. We definitely need more people to buy homes. I have a client right now that it's a higher priced purchase price, but we did a piggyback HELOC.
Okay.
So essentially we're taking equity out of the home already and doing 15%
out of the home that they're buying.
Yeah. Okay. And doing 15% down. So it brought us down to the max conforming loan limit, which, for everyone that doesn't know, conventional's max conforming loan limit is $806,500. Anything over that is considered a jumbo loan.
So if you have any questions about a piggyback HELOC,
yes,
shoot Ashley a question.
I'm telling you,
she's the expert.
It is.
I
will
be like,
what?
Let me transfer you.
Let me let you talk to Ashley. But it's like, in 2021, when we had very little inventory. I mean, I think we had maybe 4,000, 6,000 homes.
It was something ridiculous.
It was so low. It's the lowest it had ever been. But we had so many people wanting to buy because rates were low. And so when rates come down, which we were told that rates they're not going up. So everyone can rest assured they're not going up. But it'll be interesting when we do get this Fed cut. There was some news article that I did stumble across on social saying that Powell, who is the Fed chairman, he is set to do a Fed cut in July. Now, we're in July. It's July 2nd.
Hasn't happened yet.
So we will see. And we will see how, because the Fed funds rate is not directly tied to mortgage rates. So what helps mortgage rates come down is the 10-year treasury. We need that 10-year treasury to come down. Ironically, when unemployment is at an all-time high, rates are lower.
Okay.
So that is something that people need to remember.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, right? But when the stock market is doing really, really, really good, we're doing not so good. If the stock market's not doing great, we're doing great.
Better.
So
Yeah.
it's interesting how the market works. But I can assure most buyers that I'm hoping are listening to this that it will be more favorable. But the goal is to get the investment.
Yeah.
Get the home. I know a lot of people hate that saying, marry the house, date the rate.
Date the rate.
I know it sounds super cliche, but it's so true. Like, I love my house. I'm very happy with my purchase. And I bought in the worst rate environment and I refied.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's definitely doable. I think people just need to talk to more knowledgeable people in the space. It's a great market. It really is.
Especially for buyers.
Yeah.
You can get out there, make offers below asking price,
get concessions, do those temporary buy downs we were talking about. It becomes affordable for you. Like, I think it's a great market for buyers. I mean, sellers, I can understand where you're probably feeling a little bit of pressure
for sellers right now, for sure.
Because there's just so much competition. But this is why, Nilda's tips are very important with prepping your home for the right buyer. I'm happy to talk to anybody that wants more information about USDA loans, but VA loans are amazing because it's 0% down, no mortgage insurance, really great rate. We can go high on debt to income ratios. Like, it's the OG of loans. Yeah. If you're a veteran,
you have to be a veteran.
But it is like the biggest thank you to our vets. Like, that is such it's such a great loan. But FHA, USDA, and VA, they're all the lower side of rates. We're in the high fives. So FHA is very affordable right now. Conventional is still teetering in the mid sixes. Okay. Yeah. So, but there's ways to get that rate lower. That down. Absolutely. And by working with a broker like myself, I have options, which is amazing because I work with like 50 plus lenders. So I have, sky's the limit. I can
shop around.
Yeah. I can shop it. And I like it. And, it just gives more flexibility to buyers. It gives them the ability to choose or have avenues. And I think that helps.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we want buyers and sellers.
Yes, please. Yeah. And again, if you have like any loan specific questions, Ashley is the expert on that. I'll help you find a house all day long.
Yes.
But when it comes to financing, loans, she has all the knowledge in that area.
I love you for that. Thank you. Yes, Nilda's great. Definitely you want a kind, fun, calm, communicative realtor that's knowledgeable in her space. Definitely reach out to Nilda. I love working with her. She's not only my business partner, she's my friend. And again, it's same with us. Who you work with matters. Like, my life is easier and business life is easier because of her. So when you have a good team.
Yes. It's important to have a good relationship, a good working relationship with your partners.
Yes.
Because if you're a realtor and your lender aren't really getting
jive,
along,
then how do you think
it's gonna be?
That puts the buyer in like an awkward position. Like, can you imagine? Any questions that are mortgage related, the state of the market on the mortgage side, I'm more than happy to help anyone. And I do have a very useful website that allows you to kind of play with some mortgage calculators. And it's like so easy. I actually let my 16-year-old play around with it because I wanted to see, can a 16-year-old do it? Yeah. And they can. Nice. So it's very easy.
User-friendly.
Yeah, you don't have to put any of your information in to be able to play around with those calculators. So it's not like for me to go use this, I have to get your information. Yes. That's not how we roll.
And they can find that on your link, right? In your bio on Instagram.
Yep.
And Ashley's Instagram is at Ashley Loves Loans, right?
Yeah, it's at Ashley _ loves _ loans. So I'm the loan lover. That's my license plate. I'm just a lover. But yeah, so I the website's there. It's very easy to get a quote if you want to get a quote. I like to review pre-qualification applications within 24 hours.
Okay.
If I can get it done even quicker than that, by all means. I'm all about the quickness because it makes it less stressful,
Yes.
less overwhelming, and everybody wins.
Yeah.
And I will always ask for a lot of stuff up front because there's a method to that madness. I want their underwriting experience to be quick, seamless,
As painless
and
as
stress-free.
possible.
Because once we get there and I'm like, hey, I had a buyer that was first-time home buyer, and she had 2 conditions. And I just needed the homeowner's insurance quote and like a letter of explanation on something. And she goes, "That's it?" And I say, "Yeah, that's it." She's like, "Well, what do I do then?" I'm like, "We just wait for internal things like title and getting the insurance binded and all that, and we had an appraisal waiver, so she didn't even have to pay for an appraisal, which was great. I set to close on the 16th. We are clear to close today. So it is very important, again, to work with someone that, can get that job done for you, especially.
And that's available to take your calls too.
Oh,
because sometimes when you go with like these national lenders, and this isn't like just to talk about that.
No.
National lenders, but they're usually in other states, different time zones, and
have set hours.
Exactly. When you work with someone local, whether it be Ashley or whoever you choose, you have that assurance. Usually. Because I know not all lenders are created equal.
Nope.
But usually they are available to take your calls. Maybe you have something urgent you need to discuss at 6:30 in the evening, and you can send them a text or a call and get an answer, or on the weekends. So that's also an upside to working with someone local to your market.
Yeah, absolutely, because communication is key.
Yeah.
And if you're not available for your clients, then what's the point of it?
Exactly.
Like literally, yes, we all have lives, but my business creates my life. Like it literally gives me the life that I want to live. So I care tremendously about my clients. And if I'm not there for them, like that doesn't make sense to me. Like it doesn't, I don't get that. So anything you guys need, please reach out.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us again. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.